Our brains are wired for survival. They have a built-in system designed to reward us for doing things that help us live and pass on our genes. This is called the reward system. When you eat a delicious meal or achieve a difficult goal, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. This chemical makes you feel good. It is a signal from your brain that says, "That was good, do it again." This simple mechanism ensures that we repeat behaviors essential for our existence, like eating, socializing, and seeking a mate. It is a powerful, ancient system that has guided human behavior for thousands of years. The internet has changed everything. It provides access to stimuli that our brains never evolved to handle. In particular, internet pornography is unlike anything that has existed before. It offers an endless stream of novel sexual partners and scenarios with just a few clicks. This creates what scientists call a supernormal stimulus. It is a man-made version of a natural reward that is far more intense and readily available than the real thing. Think of it like a bird that prefers to sit on a giant, brightly colored fake egg instead of its own small, pale ones. The fake egg is an exaggerated signal that hijacks the bird's natural instincts. Internet porn does the same thing to our brains. This constant, high-intensity stimulation puts the brain's reward system into overdrive. The dopamine system was not designed for this level of activation. It was meant for the occasional hard-won rewards of the natural world. With high-speed internet, the reward is always available, always new, and requires almost no effort. This creates a powerful loop. The brain gets a huge dopamine hit, which feels intensely pleasurable at first. The user then seeks to repeat this experience, leading to a cycle of frequent and escalating use. This constant bombardment begins to change the brain's structure and function in significant and often harmful ways. The problem lies in the novelty and accessibility. In the real world, sexual opportunities are limited and require effort, social skills, and risk. This naturally paces our reward system. Internet pornography removes all these barriers. It offers an infinite variety of content, which is a key factor for dopamine release. The brain is always looking for something new. This digital buffet of supernormal stimuli creates an environment where the brain can become conditioned to expect an unnatural level of reward, setting the stage for significant neurological changes and behavioral problems that many people are now starting to experience in their daily lives. One of the first major changes in the brain from excessive internet pornography use is desensitization. Imagine listening to your favorite song over and over again. Eventually, it loses its magic. The same thing happens with dopamine. When the brain is flooded with too much dopamine too often, it tries to protect itself. It reduces the number of dopamine receptors. This means it takes more and more stimulation to get the same feeling of pleasure. Everyday joys, like spending time with friends, enjoying a good meal, or even real-life intimacy, start to feel dull and unrewarding. The brain has become accustomed to the super intense high of internet porn, and normal life can no longer compete. At the same time, another process called sensitization is happening. While the brain becomes less sensitive to pleasure, desensitization, it becomes more sensitive to cravings. The brain gets very good at recognizing cues associated with pornography use. These cues could be anything: the time of day, a certain room, feelings of boredom or stress, or even just the sight of a laptop. When these cues appear, the brain triggers a strong craving for the dopamine rush it expects from porn. This creates a powerful urge that can feel almost impossible to resist. It is a paradox. The user gets less pleasure from the activity but experiences a stronger desire to do it. The third part of this dangerous trio is hypofrontality. Hypo means less, and frontality refers to the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain right behind your forehead. This is your brain's CEO. It is responsible for impulse control, decision-making, and long-term planning. Studies show that in people with addiction, this part of the brain becomes weaker and less active. This weakened self-control makes it much harder to resist the strong cravings created by sensitization. You know you should stop, but the part of your brain that helps you stop is not working properly. It is like driving a car with a powerful engine but very weak brakes. These three changes, desensitization, sensitization, and hypofrontality, work together to create a powerful cycle of compulsive use. Desensitization makes real life feel boring, pushing the user back to the screen. sensitization creates intense cravings that are hard to ignore. And hypofrontality weakens the very part of the brain needed to say no and break the cycle. This neurological trap explains why many users find themselves watching more extreme content and feeling unable to stop, even when it causes problems in their real lives. Understanding this triple threat is key to understanding the core of the problem. A surprising and growing problem among young men is porn-induced erectile dysfunction, or PID. Traditionally, erectile dysfunction was seen as a medical issue affecting older men, often caused by physical problems like poor blood flow or nerve damage. However, doctors are now seeing more and more young, healthy men who have difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection with a real-life partner. These men often have no physical health problems and can easily get an erection to internet pornography. This is the classic sign of PID. Their brains have been rewired to respond only to the supernormal stimulus of the screen. The difference between PID and traditional medical ED is crucial. Medical ED is a plumbing problem. The physical mechanics are not working correctly due to age, disease, or injury. PID, on the other hand, is a brain problem. It is a software issue, not a hardware issue. The man's body is perfectly capable, but his brain's reward circuitry has been desensitized to real-life partners. A real partner, no matter how wonderful, cannot compete with the infinite novelty and intensity of a high-speed internet connection delivering customized fantasies. The brain simply doesn't release enough dopamine in a real-life situation to trigger the necessary physical response. This can be incredibly confusing and distressing for young men. They may think there is something physically wrong with them, or that they are no longer attracted to their partner. This can lead to performance anxiety, which only makes the problem worse. The anxiety itself can inhibit erections, creating a vicious cycle of failure and fear. Many men do not connect their screen habits with their real-world problems. They may even turn to more internet porn as a way to reassure themselves that they are still functional, which only deepens the desensitization and strengthens the underlying issue. Understanding PED as a brain wiring issue is the first step toward a solution. It is not a sign of a permanent physical defect or a lack of love for a partner. It is a predictable consequence of training the brain with an unrealistic and overly powerful stimulus. The brain has learned an unhealthy association, and the good news is that the brain can also unlearn it. By removing the artificial stimulus and allowing the brain time to heal and resensitize to natural rewards, men can often fully recover their sexual function with a real partner. It is a condition of conditioning, and it can be reversed. The brain has an amazing ability to change and heal itself. This is called neuroplasticity. Just as the brain can form new pathways that lead to compulsive behavior, it can also prune those pathways and build new, healthier ones. The process of healing from the effects of excessive internet porn is often called a reboot. It involves taking a complete break from pornography and, for some, all sexual stimulation for a period of time. This allows the brain's overstimulated reward system to calm down and begin resetting itself to its natural factory settings. The first stage of the reboot is often withdrawal. This can be a difficult period, when the brain is denied the dopamine rush it has come to expect. It can cause symptoms like irritability, anxiety, depression, brain fog, and intense cravings. This is a sign that the brain is beginning to heal. It is recalibrating. The dopamine receptors that were downregulated are starting to come back online. While uncomfortable, these withdrawal symptoms are temporary. They are a necessary part of the journey back to a healthy baseline, and pushing through this phase is critical for long-term success. After the initial withdrawal, many people experience a period known as the flatline. During this phase, they may feel a low libido and a general lack of motivation or pleasure. This is another sign of healing. The brain is continuing its deep repair work. The sensitized craving pathways are weakening, and the prefrontal cortex is slowly regaining its strength. It is important to remember that this is a normal part of the process. The brain is learning to function without the artificial highs, and it takes time to resensitize to the subtle joys of everyday life. Patience is key during this stage. Over time, the benefits of the reboot become clear. The brain's reward system resensitizes. Food tastes better, music sounds richer, and social interactions become more enjoyable. For those with PIED, sexual attraction to real partners returns, and physical function is restored. The prefrontal cortex gets stronger, improving focus, willpower, and self-control. Understanding that the brain can and does recover is a message of hope. In our hyper-connected digital world, knowing how these technologies affect our brains is not just interesting, it is essential for maintaining our mental and emotional health. It empowers us to make conscious choices and take back control of our own brains.